Calling Tacoma PD, try to make a report again.
You have reached the South Sound 911 Communications Center. If you have an emergency, please hang up and call 911. For non-emergency police, fire, or medical aid, press 1. For other South Sound... One moment, please.
I pressed 1.
Communications, how can I help you?
Hello, I'd like to report a theft. I tried to report it yesterday, but I've had absolutely zero luck.
What do you mean you tried to report it yesterday and you had zero luck? What happened yesterday?
Well, at first, because it happened at the Starbucks on 72nd, and I'm not sure what the other street is at the moment. It's 1723 South 72nd Street. But,
Okay, so what Starbucks did it happen at? In what city?
Tacoma?
Off of 72nd? So the one by the... hold on here. So the one at what? The 1723 South 72nd? Or the one 1621 East 72nd?
1723 South 72nd.
Alright. Pulling up here. And so, when you reported yesterday, did you just... What happened that you got canceled?
I didn't cancel it, actually.
Okay.
At first, when my phone was stolen, I let the people here at Starbucks know. One of the Starbucks employees pulled me to the side and he said, well, we don't have cameras. He just didn't want to talk to police. Another employee last night informed me that they do have cameras, so the person who stole my phone could be identified. However, without my phone, I was unable to get a hold of y'all. Do what?
Did you make the initial report, the theft report of your phone online?
I tried. At first, I tried calling because I'm not any good with that online stuff. And the officer told me to do it online. I only am able to do it online at Starbucks, and they were about to close. And I tried. I made a Herculean effort.
So I don't need to know the whole story. I think so you have not made reports online, is that correct?
I've been trying to make a report. I can't do it online. I'm autistic. I need somebody to show me how to do that.
Okay, well, let me see if I can get my partner to call you back about that. Hold on here, okay?
All right.
All right. And what's your last name?
Schwartz.
S-C-H-W-A-R-T-Z?
Yes, sir.
And your first name?
Sean.
Is that S-E-A-N?
S-H-A-W-N.
All right, and Sean, what's a good callback number for you? Is that the one you're calling from? 308-566.
Yes, sir. Do you know how long this will take?
No. I'm not aware, sir. I just got to put the call in for my partner to call you back. You're not able to make an report online, okay? And what's your date of birth, Sean?
October 18th, 1980.
Okay. And this happened around what time yesterday?
I want to say it happened between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. I don't know the exact time.
No, that's fine. So it happened yesterday between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, is that correct?
Yep, in the morning.
A.M.?
Yep.
All right. All right, give me a moment here.
Yes, sir.
So with you being in Tacoma with the theft happening, are you able to, is it an iPhone or what kind of phone is it?
It's an Android, Alcatel.
Okay, so you're not able to, check the location from the internet to see if you can get a GPS location on it?
No, sir, I would have been able to last night had an officer come out to help and collect the evidence quickly, but it didn't end up happening that way. I was trying to do that.
And so at this time you don't know who took the phone, right?
I don't know the name of the person, but I know what she looks like, and she's on the video footage here at Starbucks, but I need an officer to look at it.
So
Unfortunately,
was she white, black, Asian, or Hispanic?
She was white.
And how is it, 20s, 30s, 40s?
20s, early 20s.
20s? Okay.
They can be viewed, yes.
All right.
The officer I spoke to last night was badge number 198. He was not very useful.
Right. Okay, hold on, sir. And so I need to be aware of getting a call back. It may come across as a blocked or private number, but I'll be my partner contacting you about your phone being stolen, okay?
All right. See, that's another thing that really detracts people from calling you, is that a lot of people won't answer their phones if it says blocked or private. Usually it's bill collectors
Right.
or internet scammers or stuff like that. The police officer having
Okay, sir.
police
I
having the
can't.
same MO as those
I'm
guys is
frustrated with that,
creepy.
sir. But I'm sorry, Sean. I can't control that. At this point in time, just making you aware of how it comes across.
Yes, sir.
And so just be aware of getting a call that comes across like that, sir, okay?
Yes, sir.
But I hear you. All right. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take care, sir.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Bye now.
All right. Well, let's hope his partner does this job. I mean, really, people's assumptions and laziness are tough to overcome. People's assumptions are a pain in the ass, oh my God. Especially when they already have it set in stone that it's a certain way. This is how it is because I say so. I notice the people who are like that, it seems to be an intelligence thing. The less intelligent somebody is, the more like that they are. Now, the exact wrong time to try to pretend like you know everything is when you're talking about somebody else's life. That is the wrong time for you to just be all opinion. If it's your life, yeah, fine, understandable. If you want to make decisions based off of the situations like that in your life, okay, great, understandable. When you decide to find somebody you can bully and pick on and focus on that instead of focusing on your own life, that's when we have an issue. I really get tired of being blown off. See, that's something that's pissed me off a lot. You notice I screamed at a lot of people for that. It's because they made promises. I expended time and resources hoping they were going to keep those promises. I was thinking maybe a few days, because it really doesn't take long for the things that I asked for. When it turned into a couple of weeks, I mean, yeah, I was like, well, that's understandable. When it was months, I was like, all right, this is something that I'm having to deal with the repercussions of every single day, and these people aren't really making any efforts to understand, and I'm still expending resources. And then Miss Peaches, she didn't have the money. If she'd have had money, she'd have been able to show up. She'd have been able to help. If she'd have had somebody to watch her kids, she might have been able to help more. If I could have stayed at her place, that would have been perfect. I recorded Tabby and Brandon and Officer Jonas. I recorded a lot of people and posted their stuff here on YouTube, but I got hundreds more. I got a lot of eyewitness accounts. Things that the police refused to look at. And proof from these eyewitnesses that the police refused to listen to anybody. Proof from these eyewitnesses that they were threatened, harassed, or intimidated. Or their children were. This isn't okay. Now, I want to believe that the police here in Tacoma will help. I'm hoping they will. That phone's important. If I'd had the right information, I could have made better decisions as far as that goes. But I didn't have the right information. Just like I didn't have the right information when Natalie disappeared. I didn't have the right information a lot. I had to believe people that I knew not to believe. I knew not to believe the police. I knew not to believe the Bollingers. I knew my history with Miss Jerry and Miss Lana and Miss Amanda and Candace. Todd, my history with him was completely different from what I walked into there. That was not the Todd I remember. Fuck, it's hot here. I'm doing the best that I can with what I got. But what I got for the last 2 years almost, last year at least, year and a half, it's all been from other people. All of my money, all of my disability money has gone to moving and gone to going to courts. And that's it. I spend all that money. Spend all that time believing people. A year later, they want to play victim because I'm pissed off that after a year they haven't done what they said they would. Yeah, I'm going to speak out if you do that. If after a whole year you can't keep your word, and the things I needed you to keep your word for, they've already come and passed. I already been through kangaroo court because you didn't come forward when it mattered. And then when you offer to come forward after I expose you. TK Hill. Kara Miles Johnson, this woman is not a good person. Shannon Alvarado is. She really is. Shannon Alvarado is an alcoholic, not a bad person. Big difference. Kara Johnson, aka Kara Miles, she's a bad person. She is a wretched creature. Same thing with Jennifer Farina Bollinger. I want to believe that Alicia Bollinger is a good person, because what I knew of her in person, she was always good to me. She wasn't mean until she misunderstood. And that confused the shit out of me. Like, hey, you knew the phone was fucking broken. Rose, I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that she spent some years of her life being selfish. Ted Bollinger, that's a bad person. That's one of the people I've been speaking out about my whole life. The rapists and drug dealers that you let go so that you can lock up homeless people because you can get free money and it won't tie up too much. You just cycle them through like an assembly line. A courtroom is set up just like a slaughterhouse. You go through the hallways and through the doors. You're all shackled up. You can't go nowhere. You got the dude that'll tase you if you go where you're not wanted. And then they put you in a little booth area off to the side before they take you through the doors for the final slaughter. The decisions I made yesterday with the information I had at hand, that information isn't the information that I should have had at hand. The truth would have helped me. The truth would have assisted me in making better decisions. However, because of my disabilities, I get punished instead of listened to. It shouldn't be this complicated.